Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a multi-character X-Reader by me, so let's get into it. Child, do you even know what seeing you in booty shorts would do to him? He would go insane. I mean it. They were too short. Too short to even be considered shorts at all. And he's looking at you, like he was just going to tear those shorts off with his eyes or something. And, to be honest, he almost was. From the intensity of his glaring, but thankfully nothing happened to those shorts. But what happened was that he was going over to you, having his arm around your waist, and tracing his hand over those booty shorts, whispering sweet nothings into your ear. And that was only for a few moments, until he was picking you up all the way to your bed, having you sit on his lap, as he kissed you softly. And more kisses, trailing down your neck and all the way up back to your lips again. And soon enough, those kisses stopped being just kisses, turning into a makeout session. A makeout session turned into something much, much more. But I bet you can guess what it was. Albedo. Albedo gets lost in his work a lot. But you know who else he gets lost in? You. And looking at you. You make him forget about work. You make him forget about himself, to be honest. And you make him go insane sometimes. And maybe today was one of those times. Because what you were wearing was not from the dress code. No. You were disobeying the rules because Albedo was your boss. And of course you would allow this. Because what else did he want than to look at you? You were teasing him. And he knew it. And he was going to get his revenge. Because he waited until assistants came out. And then, while they were working on a project, Albedo just slapped your ass. And you blushed brightly, going red, all the way up to your ears. And looking down, not knowing how to react. And when the assistant looked over at you, Albedo just shook his head, acting like nothing happened. But the two of you knew exactly what just went on those 2 minutes. And he was not going to let you forget. And just from that little scene alone, you knew that when you went home, there was going to be so much more than just a slap on the ass. Venti, you were going partying tonight, which was good, it was fun, and he never really saw this coming. Usually he was the one surprising you, but I never thought that you would do this to him. Absolute betrayal, to be honest. But he kind of liked this. He liked this kind of betrayal. You looked good. Well, scratch that. You looked stunning. And he wanted it. He wanted to touch you and feel you. And he was getting a little bit too impatient. And even though he's done a really good job of keeping his hands to himself, when he got drunk, that was a whole other story. Because he was all over you. In the bar, the tavern, of Mondstadt, while everyone was there. And I'll tell you what, no one was as drunk as Venti, because he drank a lot, and too quickly to be honest. And right now he was just trying to touch you in a party of like at least 20 people. You hugged him in the end, telling him to stop, and whispering in his ear that if he waited, he would get a really good reward at home. And perhaps only the thoughts in his head, and the way he imagined the reward being, was the only thing he could do to keep himself quiet. Kazuha was extremely protective of you, and maybe not as some others on this list, but he was. So when he saw that you were going out with these booty shorts, he was totally against it, because how could you do that? And for that exact reason, he decided to be the one to escort you to wherever you went when you were wearing those clothes. And, of course, someone was looking at you. And Kazuha was just too bothered, to be honest. Maybe the other day, he would have let it go. Just let it pass and enjoy the day. But today he was just not having it. He was already jealous. Or already fiery from the way you were acting, and maybe you were trying to get on his nerves on purpose, because you were never like this. Something like this should only be run at home, for him, for his own eyes to see, not everyone. So when this guy just tried to flirt with you, Kazuha was on him in mere seconds, and you really had to pull him away. And when you finally just exited the area, and the fight was over, you hugged him, blushing, telling him that you really looked hot and he was mad, which proved him right. And tonight, when you went back home, he was just going to show you how hot it was really gonna get. Scaramouche. Scaramouche is really jealous and overprotective and extremely possessive. I mean it. He doesn't like people looking at you, normally. So imagine you walk into his office, wearing those shorts. He would go crazy, because, hey, did you just go out with these? He was not allowing this. He immediately had you sit in his lap, wrapping his arms around you, and kissing you, making out with you passionately, like there was nothing else to do and no one else in the universe. Like he had forgotten about everyone and anything he had to do. And meanwhile, a dumbass Satsui walked in on you. But as soon as they saw how busy he was and what was going on, they exited quickly. And luckily for them, Scaramouche didn't see and frankly didn't care. Because otherwise, he was going to be killing them. Thankfully it didn't happen, and they went back to their family safely. So, you could enjoy your makeout session for now. Xiao would be blushing just looking at you. His eyes would keep wandering and wandering, all the way back to the same place. Why were you wearing these shorts anyway? He didn't see any occasion, and even if there was no reason to wear them. He was just looking at you, and when you felt him looking at you and turned back around, he would always go red, looking as far away from you as he possibly could, and you could tell that he was just staring at you a few moments before. But you wouldn't say anything, just smiling and going on your merry way. But he knew exactly what you were doing, and that was your goal. You wanted him to go crazy with you, and the poor guy was. But he still did not have enough in him to do anything. So he would be blushing and thinking about it all the time, but he wouldn't really do anything. Besides, perhaps maybe kissing you or making out with you. At home, of course. Don't ever think he will have the bravery to do this in public. At least, not now. It will take a lot trying to get used to it.